The music that I like is of silent embarrassment to my family. Or rather, those with whom I live, as I've chosen to refer to them this year. I'm 13 years old now, and I'm standing in the record section of the public library of my small Midwestern farming community. Armed with library card in hand, I take a deep breath. I head over to the forbidden bin marked films/shows. It's Nirvana. I excitedly start turning back cover after cover like a child who's just been given all of his Christmas gifts at once, each one demanding to be explored and appreciated. I spend a good hour at the bin looking at the covers and reading the liner notes. Some of them even have photographs of the original Broadway productions. In later years, I've come to refer to these as production shots. Still, I'm always careful to look behind my shoulder to see who might be watching me, that weird boy who lives in the big white house atop the hill, flipping through show tunes in the public library. I narrow it down to 3 records that I will take home with me on this warm summer afternoon. Funny Girl, Fiddler on the Roof, and Once Upon a Mattress. I'm completely enamored of both Carol Burnett and Barbra Streisand, and I think that whomever Zero Mostel is might make me look butch to the librarian. Pensively, embarrassed by my selections and trembling, I take a deep breath and I head over to the large oak desk to present my records, the covers of which I have pressed resiliently against my purple Ocean Pacific t-shirt so nobody can see. The librarian is otherwise occupied. When he finally does come upon me, this male librarian, the significance of which completely escapes me. Shaking in my navy shorts and tube socks. They were the kinds with the bands of color. He snatches up my library card and demands my records. His face scowls at me from behind overgelled hair and from behind tiny spectacles, which I suspect are really fashion glasses. Meaning that the lenses consist merely of ineffective pieces of optometry, completely devoid of plastic. No optometry. His pressed yellow Liz Claiborne shirt glares out, barely concealing the beaded choker necklace wrapped tightly around his neck. His eyes directly into mine, right into my cornea. Ow. And he was afraid. So afraid of me. Can I have someone else return these, please? Because they're not for me. I fear he will suspect my tromps around the living room with the blanket wrapped tightly around my shoulder as I lip-sync all of the words to my mother's Melissa Manchester albums. I cannot allow the librarian to know about my dreams of the divas and of performing on Broadway in a musical written just for me. I don't care who they're for! Why would I care who they're for? Queen Amarantha swipes my library. And with that, still trembling and more than a little bit embarrassed that he has not provided me with a brown paper bag in which to conceal these discs of celluloid which have the power to brand me to anyone who might venture near, I escape the library. And I venture out into the warm Hoosier sun that accompanies a bright day in June. The same sun that makes the corn grow also sheds light on little queer boys and their Barbra Streisand records. The mean boys over by the lamppost glare at me as I walk past. Mean, evil, nasty glares. As though I had just killed Bon Jovi. Yet for a profound change, they peacefully let me walk past. They let me walk on by, as Dion Warwick would say. Satisfied with my obedience and that I do not make eye contact with them, segregated, strangely, almost mystically, they peacefully allow me passage without saying so much as a single word, which is most unusual behavior for them. How did this just happen? It must be the power of Barbra Streisand that I now possess! These records of hers clutched between my sweaty palm and my heart, which rages with such forbidden intensity. I have triumphed past the lamppost, and therefore there is indeed nothing I cannot achieve. The world is indeed a ball of butter. I'm excited about my new existence, free from the oppression of the evil skateboarders. And I'm even more excited that in about 10 minutes, I will be at home with Margaret and Carol. And it turned out the Fiddler on the Roof wasn't so bad either.
I think we can all relate to in some capacity. Phil is not only the director and producer of tonight's show, but he's the director of programming here at the Beechman.